In just about an hour and a half, this auditorium is going to be filled with hundreds of frontline ambassadors from a resort casino. And what they're going to be experiencing is a program. It's 2 hours in length, and it's called You Are the Magic. Now, why is it different than other guest service programs? Because it speaks directly to the frontline ambassador. It calls them to action. It says, you, not somebody else, but you specifically are responsible for your guest having an incredible time, a magical time, a time that makes them feel special. You individually are called to be magical, to stay in character. And during this particular performance, this 2-hour training, which really is a performance, demonstrating the tools and the techniques and the strategies and everything that I've learned in over 25 years of being in the hospitality industry, there's a show. During the show, we use a levitation that Siegfried and Roy from Las Vegas used, and we used fog, and we use lasers, and we have all sorts of props, and we bring your people right up on the stage to participate in this incredible experience. And people on the edge of their seat, they can't believe what they're seeing. And then what we do is we pull the curtain back like the Wizard of Oz, and we say, you know what? Let's shut off the lasers. Let's shut off the fog. Let's turn up the house lights, and let's break it down. And people actually are shown how this levitation is done. And once they're shown how the levitation is done, the magic dissipates. That is the worst thing that can happen on your property. You Are the Magic is all about you going back from where we are here out into the world and giving to other people a little bit at a time. So when you walk away from somebody, they don't say to themselves, wow, you were so special. What they say to themselves is, I feel special because of you. But a mission is something significantly different. A mission is you come to work and you know that you're going to do something here on this day that is special. You know that you're going to interact with people in such a way that when you leave here, not only have you made good money, not only have you performed at your best, but you live this day well. Now, I know some of you, you know, when you first came here, you were like, oh, wow, yeah, I got this job, man. It's so great. Yeah, the whole chunk, man, it's just wonderful, the benefits. And, you know, oh, it's just going to be fabulous. It's just... And you went out with your family and you celebrated and it was all great. But then, you know, as time went on, you were like, oh, you know, it's not as good as we thought it was going to be. It's okay, but, you know, I mean, I wish they did this and I wish they did that and I wish my boss, blah, blah, blah. And now, you know, you come in and you're like, I don't even know why I wake up in the morning. It's just not at all. You know, that's just how it works sometimes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, so much of this comes down to personal responsibility. Something that it just seems that people don't seem to want to take anymore. If you take the word responsibility and you break that word down, it is your ability to respond. That's what responsibility means. Your ability to respond in any given set of circumstances. Let me ask you this. You're on the gaming floor, and you see there's a cup there that's got cigarettes right by a bank. And that cup is overflowing with cigarettes, and it's got mush in it, and you're like, oh, geez. But you're about to go get a break, and you want to go get a smoke, and you're like, somebody will take care of that. But not me. So you're like, eh. Now, all of a sudden, there's a whole wedding party here. And you hear, ah! And you realize that that cup spilled all over the bride. Ruined their evening. Are you in some way responsible for that? Yes. You are. Because you could have done something about it. But you chose not to. Now imagine for a moment, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat, okay? It's the USS Ho-Chunk. Big boat. We're in a big boat, okay? And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to drill a huge hole in the boat. In the USS Ho-Chunk, I'm drilling the hole. I go over here. Watch them drown. Who's going to drown if I'm drilling a hole over here? If we're all in the same boat? All of us. Now think about how we drill holes from department to department to department. How we are silos, how we don't communicate, how we're in competition with each other rather than working together in unison. We can all be good. I can recognize your strengths. You can recognize mine, and we don't have to necessarily be in competition. We can recognize each other for the gifts that we have individually and collectively. We can all be good. So responsibility is your ability to respond. And here's the thing. Is your 100% going to be the same yesterday and tomorrow as it is today? No, it's not. When people remember you, they're going to ask for you. And when people ask for you, who's going to make more money? That's right, you. So give yourself the freedom to be magical. Give yourself the opportunity to reach out to other people, to make a difference in their lives. Hey, how you doing? And then you finish it off with this. And you. The last one, you were really enthusiastic. You just did it in this room, regardless of how you feel on any given day. When you're out there on the floor, when you're working with your staff, you can do the same thing. All you have to do is remember to strategically interact and manage your impressions. Because there's a Native American expression that says, when there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So one of the greatest things that you can do, that I have given to myself, is the ability to stand in front of you and myself and be transparent. To say, I'm a human being, I have my frailties, I have my insecurities, I have my doubts, I have my fears. Here I am. And by doing that, it frees me. We take care of each other. We are customers of each other. We are guests of each other. We are guests in this room. We are guests here at Ho-Chunk. We are guests in Wisconsin. We are guests on this planet. And as we do that, because my mission is to make the world a better place, as we do that, it just continues to expand. And as it expands and we take care of each other and we treat each other as guests of each other, then the world will be a better place. So what you want to do is you want to be flexible. You want to allow things to happen for you in your life. Don't fight reality. Accept it. And then make decisions based upon what is presented in front of you. Because if you don't, you're going to pop. Whose house is this? And we want to take them to the promised land. And the promised land is we want them to leave here dazzled. Should anybody on any of your properties leave here upset? No. And it's up to us to make sure before they leave that they leave feeling good about their relationship with Ho-Chunk. Wouldn't you agree?